Oni-chan. Okay, I'm
Move,
good.
you
I'm
move.
good.
Are you?
I want to be referred to as Oni-chan from now on.
Yeah.
By
nah.
us?
Yo. Like, you really gotta chill.
You're wild.
What are you
This is
doing,
what we needed the
Oni-chan?
buzzer.
Anime titties, anime titties. Big round things, won't you put them in my face with them anime titties, anime titties. Watching them swing really brighten up my day with them anime titties, anime titties. Don't know what to say, I just wanna see them shake with them anime titties, anime titties. They defying physics, you know that I love
You know
them
I'm
all.
getting nosebleeds every day. She says she wanna put them double D's in my face. I said it ain't a problem.
So I guess we can get into anime book club. Speaking of which, shameless plug, not a shameless plug because it's not even about me. The Shoe Boys dropping the Anime Titties music video on Thursday. So by the time you hear this, it'll be already out. Yes. I haven't even seen it yet, but I can already imagine from the little snippets I've seen so far that they've put on Twitter.
That shit not
Yes.
on, if that shit not on World Star Hip Hop, I better
Big facts.
you're saying.
Bro, I mean, they already got the stamp of approval from, what do you call it? Wale. No, not Wale, T-Pain.
T-Pain.
So
It's not racist, but feels racist.
I messed
Like-
up on which one it was.
Yeah,
Damn.
'cause they
Like-
both looking like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Matt.
Matt hashtag the ally.
Oh man,
Oh man.
Matty nice.
Yes.
But yeah, so let's get into it. We finished up prison school. If you guys can't see on the the YouTubes, I got my prison
Stand
school. I got my prison school shirt.
Damn.
You
You
know,
know.
stand up all
So
the way, but just enough.
You know, yeah, that's right. Shout out the gods. Gakuto. Shout out the god. Kiyoshi. That's about it. Nigga Shingo, suck a dick. Andre just a weird ass nigga.
Nah, I poured one out for Andre last week. You gotta chill, my boy.
That's my fault. You poured one out for Andre. That's not none of my business.
Damn, it's my fault. We on a whole new anime. You talking about prison school still? Damn.
Nigga, because we're never gonna recover.
Just saying.
Just saying. This is prison school was like the 97 Bulls. All right, that was the last dance.
Yeah.
Oh god, JT done checked out.
Basically, I was watching this shit. I'm like, yo, niggas don't got no.
JT was like a
titties.
real show.
Yeah,
A cups. What the fuck is this?
Nigga said, wow.
So with that,
But with that, we are watching a new show called Eden of the East. Precursor. I have no idea what the hell is going on. It is a good. I'm interested in it. I do very much like the animation. I think it's very nice.
I personally don't.
Wow.
I think the anime doesn't. I think I like the art style. I just don't think the
Yeah.
animation itself is crisp.
Maybe
Let's
that's it.
see.
It could just be. I don't
for-
know. It could just not look as good on, Hulu. That could be it.
That could be why.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a action mystery romance
Yeah, what is
type
this?
thing. I don't know. I was just looking for stuff. This is the first time that I didn't have a set plan on what we were gonna watch. Once we finished, I was
That's
like,
fine.
yeah, I was just like, all right, there hasn't been anything in particular that recently stood out. So I was just looking shit up and I found this on a list and see, it got really good reviews. So fuck it.
This was set in the year
honestly,
2011, right? Because
Yes, because they said 10 years.
they said 10 years since 9/11.
9/11.
Okay.
Yeah. It gave the animation definitely was giving me like a little like Studio G kind of vibes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did. I was feeling that.
That's why I was like, but it's a whole different studio that is doing it.
What year did it come out? Was it 2013 it came out?
2000 and
Oh, it's older.
2009 original run.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so episode 1, we see a girl pull up to the Washington Monument, word to Will Smith.
That taxi driver looked like a Boondocks character.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
he
it
also
was,
sounded like a Boondocks
Yeah,
character.
of course.
the cab was called Cab Assin.
Yeah,
I don't
saw
know.
that.
I wrote that down. I don't
It
even
was
know why I
definitely
wrote
supposed
that
to be
down.
association.
Association.
But
Yeah, that like it's wild. Like you see, yeah, you know.
yeah. I thought my first reaction was like, I don't know what this is. I also thought it was it was kind of funny how this is the first anime we watched that has characters speaking English. And they're
Yeah.
actually English
Yeah,
people.
right. With
Like people who normally speak English. It's
Yeah.
not people it's not Japanese people trying to speak English.
yeah, like that was like that was a black person doing that.
That's what I
Doing
want to
a
know.
cop
Like,
and shit. Yeah.
Yep.
And then her talking about. So I guess this is the center of the world. Adorable. I just thought it was adorable.
Well, you understand why she thought it.
Oh yeah,
later
absolutely,
on,
and
yeah.
that's why I just thought it was adorable.
But it
She
looked
just
all-
pulled
it-
up. She not from here.
Looked all dreary and whatnot. Like she's in the middle of like what, winter or some shit like that.
DC do be looking like that though.
It does.
Is motherfuckers
A lot
in the
more
swamp.
cars, but it does look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a pretty good description.
That-
I was
that-
kind of confused on why it started in DC, but then I
Bro.
was like, all right, this makes sense.
The funny shit is I started watching it and I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, don't tell me she's about to bomb the fucking White House. And then when she throws the shit, I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen just for that shit to be coins?
I was like, why is she trying to throw?
That's the cutest shit I've ever seen in my
Was-
life.
was
she
this-
thinks DC is the center of the world and she's
Found the coins in the fountain.
She was
No,
just
I know.
mad
She
with
was trying to do. I was
yeah.
like, is this a thing? Did she?
Well,
Did
peop-
she hear this from somebody that you throw coins to the White House
no,
fountain?
She
I
I
mean-
just throw coins and fountains in general.
Right.
She just
Well,
thought it was going to be close enough.
She was
to
like,
throw it
damn,
in.
I didn't think that shit was that far.
Right. Meanwhile, across the street, there's a nigga that's actually trying to fuck shit up. But then
The level of confusion I had in the
bro,
first 5 minutes
bro,
of the show.
oh my
First
god,
5
I had to
minutes.
run it back like 4 or 5 times though, because I was like, but then once it started to make sense, like after I kept watching, I was like, nah, this is still not making sense. I gotta just keep watching.
Okay, so basically what I deduced is, all right, we got a sleeper cell agent right now that, all right, he was programmed to do this, and then some kind of call or radio transmission came through, and then it wiped his memory. So now he don't know who he is, and he's just kind of like basically a nigga with amnesia going around trying to figure out who
good
he is.
amnesia start. I thought he might have been like some sleeper cell of some sort. Like I literally have in here.
I put sleeper cell agent.
Yeah, it's literally like first I'm like, Noblesse is the name of some other thing. So I wasn't really sure what that meant, and I just looked it up, and apparently it just refers to the nobility.
Yep.
And then this is the first time you hear the reference of continue to be a savior. So it's like, what does this mean? And then, like, why did that man give him those pants when they were running?
He got enthralled by the.
I was literally like,
by the
what is this
schlong.
Code Geass for my people who watch that? That should also be your next anime, by the way, because it's too long for us to do here, and it's one of my favorites ever.
Once I'm done with Black Clover, I'll do that.
And then I have like what's going on, erasing the memories of some super spy government weapon type shit. I was like, is this some Akira vibes?
Yeah, it's crazy that you say that because like you even go late, like a little bit later down when
Yeah.
he's like looking at the passport. Well, whatever. Continue. Good, then we'll get.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like he gets in and then he just starts going, "Fuck, what am I, a terrorist? Am I Jason Bourne?" Like shit like that.
Right. The Jason Bourne shit was like that was a great
yeah.
reference, by the way.
Also, the cop is hilarious. That cop she was super OD. And then why does everyone understand Japanese?
Yeah, that's like the
That might just be an anime.
right, but
no,
also
you're right.
what even
But-
fucked it up for me with the Japanese even more is that like she asked the dude, she's like, oh, which floor is he on in English, and then he responded in English, and then they continue to speak Japanese after the fact.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was also
It's
kind of
like
weird.
Spanglish, but everyone understands it.
Right.
Maybe it's a very progressive area. I don't know. I did think it was, but I think that's why we understand why the guy gave him the pants, though, because you see he pulled down his pants from the cop, and she was just all enthralled. So I think his penis has mind control powers.
Bro, son really went. It was cold over there. Like,
Jeez.
oof.
But to say, yeah,
Jeez.
he dropped trowel, and she was like, oh damn,
Yeah.
he's trying to get a little mushu.
And then there we get another Mushu is crazy.
No, it
that
just reminded
makes
me
you
of
think of Mulan.
From Mulan, right? Exactly.
No, it
Fucking
makes me think
dragon.
of Rush Hour 2
Yeah.
when he's like, no,
Oh.
Jackie, I'm trying to get some mushu.
This nigga. Once again, what is it? Come on, so you can't say that now. You say yo. I'm glad all these niggas got their jokes off.
Right?
Only nigga that can still get jokes off like that is Dave Chappelle.
And
What's
not
that, you
really.
just dropped- you
and
ju-
not really.
Yeah,
Didn't
well,
he just drop a special?
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah, he did.
I still want to talk about this later, but go ahead.
All right.
My last things for this episode are this Prince talk.
Yeah.
Like what's going on with the whole like what is she doing with this whole Prince thing? Where I wonder where that's gonna go, and then we find out about this missile attack on Tokyo, which is crazy.
Yeah, right? Like, niggas think this is Call of Duty. This is crazy.
And then here we go, episod 2. So
Niggas
my
are
first thing
playing.
is when he's like, "Oh shit!"
Well,
I'm
hold
like,
on. You missed a big part. We got some names. The girl's name is Saki Morimi, and the sleeper cell agent's
Alias.
identity, as of right now,
Alias.
is Akira Takizawa's. I'm like, oh yeah, Akira the shooter. We back.
Not you
Yeah.
actually knowing names.
Yeah, well, I mean, he
I
wrote
I
it
always
down.
know names. I just don't use the name that you guys use, because you
the
guys
wrong
either
one.
use the last name or the first name. I always use the opposite.
Yo, son, I feel like I be really like learning some Japanese, like, as I be watching shit, like Akira-san and
Bro.
whatever her name is, Chan. Like,
Oh,
like,
Oni-chan.
Oni-chan.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
learning
but
the,
Oni-chan.
the
But I learned it.
formality
I learned it
shits.
for different reasons.
Oh boy, for
Also-
degenerate reasons.
Yes, but also arigato,
Akira-kun.
arigato sama, or
Arigato
right?
gozaimasu.
Yeah, I know what that means. So like now it's lit. I'm about to
You're
go.
just gonna go say it every time you get
I'm about to-
hibachi.
So now
You're gonna say it every time you get hibachi to the Spanish chef cooking for you.
No entiendo.
Talking about it's the fireman.
The fireman.
This nigga's crazy.
Oh, that's wild. Volcano. No shit.
Yo, you're a wild dude.
Me?
bro.
What are you? He
This
did
nigga
it.
said fireman. Yo, like, come on, son.
Yeah, John. Come on.
Coming from the dude that said what's not racist but it feels racist, this guy is
Say.
crazy.
Hey, y'all didn't say it.
Man got on my case because I didn't know that Guyanese people were in Canada, but now he's okay. He gets a
believe
pass
I
because
can't believe you brought this back just now. This guy
that's what we call a
full
callback,
circle on the
ladies and gentlemen.
on the podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, missile strikes on Tokyo.
So
Not
my,
Tokyo,
my first
Japan.
note of episode 2 is: did this man orchestrate this Japanese terrorist attack? And then also, like, we get into Saki's friend, like, hard friend zone, super hard friend zone.
Okay, so it was friend zone.
Had to be.
Okay.
The rest is family. I think everyone else is family, but I think he's.
That's why I was trying to figure out, like,
Because I feel like if he was related, she would be like, "Oh no, that's my brother. Oh no, that's my cousin." She just went, "That's your boyfriend?" She's just like, "Nah."
She's like, nah.
I was just like, all right, maybe a close family friend or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Close family friend, super hard friend zone.
well, it doesn't have to be a super hard friend.
He's quadruple texting, dog.
Yeah.
I think he's
Just
just worried about his friend. All
Yeah,
right,
nah,
especially
nah.
because you coming back from America and because of the missile strikes hit the an airplane.
Sounds like you've been there before. It sounds like
Time out.
It sounds like you're speaking from a place of experience.
Wow, this is crazy.
Yep.
It just seems like a look. It could be. I'm just going off of the notes I took. All I'm doing is going off the notes I took. I'm just saying.
The notes on life.
Don't you hit that button. Say niggas. Niggas just seen a whole plane get shot down by missiles. And they're worried about their friend. Okay? Friend zone or not. A human being's life is at stake.
So I tell you, man, I'm telling you, bro.
Just a friend, JT.
That's it, baby.
Ah, there it is. Hold on, what's up?
Now you know this is my Joker origin story.
Yes.
This is my villain origin. Oh god.
Oh boy, but yes, but that she lets us in on a note as they're flying into the airport. Careless Monday, and you're like, what the fuck is Careless Monday? And then as they're on the monorail leaving the airport, she explains that Careless Monday was basically just like a cover up for nobody knowing exactly who fired 11 missiles.
Yeah, and the prime minister going, "I guess I was just careless." Like,
Which
I
is-
mean,
Yeah.
Why
you
would you
supposed
fall on
to-
the sword like that?
I guess you're supposed to anticipate missile strikes.
Yeah,
If
nah.
you're the prime minister of a country.
Yeah.
But like, how realistic is anticipating missile strikes all the time? Also, like in the early part of this episode, we get the mention of like the haves, and I'm like talking about people with the haves creates the existence of have-nots. What means what what's entailed with what, and then I'm like, all right, so now we're trying to figure out what the mystery is. Because like when you look it up on Hulu, the shit says mystery.
Yep.
So I'm like, is the mystery why he erases memories? Is that what we're going for? That's my guess right now. And then that picture that he took and like the way he kind of had some flashbacks and shit like that, it was giving me very Akame and her sister, like from Akame Got Killed.
Oh, like the
Remember, it was like they were. It was
yeah.
giving very. I was raised as a weapon type shit.
Yes.
Which picture you talking about? The picture with on the boat?
Nah, the picture where he was like, "Why are all these naked people like thing there?"
Ah, yes,
and
yes,
then
yes.
he was found naked and shit like that too.
Mhm.
So that was the vibe that I got. And then all my questions, I'm like, is he the feds? Why are they worried about disappearing of NEETs? Which is the first time we hear that term, I think, was in Konosuba.
Yeah, I didn't know what NEETs was, and then they explained it. It was so shut-ins.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much.
all right, cool.
Yeah, and then and this is when he says, he's like, I actually don't have any of my memories, so I'm gonna go leave and try and get that. I'm like, she probably is like, this shit fake as hell. And it was funny because every time I have a reaction like that while I watch this, like it's responded immediately after.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
He's
so
like,
it's
yo,
fake.
do you
She's
know
like-
where this town is that I said I was going to?
She was like,
said,
she's like, did I not smile enough?
He
Like,
said, actually, I do need a +1. And then they basically trying to find his
Yeah.
crib after that. I think
I think so. Also, missile strikes, no casualties is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like
What's the point of missile strike?
that sounds like a cover up
Jesus,
to me.
John. I mean, yeah, I get it, but like, still, damn.
You playing Call of Duty.
I'm not gonna lie.
What's
we
the
use-
point of the missile strike?
We use this button.
Niggas didn't get a kill off the Predator missile. I'm sorry, it happens. You mess up.
Nah, I was gonna press another one. We use the button a lot today though, because you know. It's a valid point.
Yeah, JT fucking learned Photoshop.
You could tell that it wasn't the U.S. sending those missile strikes.
Facts.
Because otherwise, you know,
It would have been. It would have been.
It would have been
casualties.
women and children.
It would have been women and children.
just saying, U.S. sends a missile strike, don't hit nothing. You know, rest of U.S. is gonna be like,
Smells like bitch in here.
Respectfully, like
That's true.
respectfully.
That's true. That's true.
I also think Akira is a really likable character.
Yes.
I think I'm a little worried and a little cautious that might be a thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like we're gonna make him such a likable character.
One more time, they trying to reel you
Exactly.
in.
Well,
John is taking the bait.
It's technically
into a
the
false sense of
artist. The
security.
artist formerly known as Akira.
Facts.
Because I mean, he had like 3 or 4 passports in the crib in Washington. He was like, "Damn, this is all me."
He was like, she from Japan, she 89, I'm from 89 too. That's what we doing right now.
Yep.
Nah, her face lit up when she found out he was her age. She was like, "Oh, bet, about
But
to
a
bag
day,
me something."
she a day older.
Both Aquariuses, toxic.
Yeah, I would not have known that. I don't know signs at all.
Yeah.
But you know what I
that
did
shit
think
got
was a
more into
crazy hard flex when they were on the boat. Well, when he was leaving to go to take the ferry back to his hometown or whatever his house was,
pulled her on.
looked at her, took his
That was
hand out.
smooth as hell.
I was like, "Damn, this nigga smooth." Then on top of that, he compounded it with her talking about not being able to see the World Trade Center and Ground Zero, and then him seeing the 2 lights in the background. Pulled out the picture. He was like, "Boom! Now you can see you as at Ground Zero."
Every time, like, literally said the same thing. I was like, they're talking about fucking World Trade Center. I'm like, that should look like it in the background. That scene happens.
Bro, nah, he smooth ass shit, boy.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Yep.
And then also towards the end of the episode,
y'all all can take notes from that.
we get the mention of the brainwashing program for the first time.
Yeah, that's what the police officer.
Yeah, when he's like checking the logs and stuff, and we're like, all right, who the fuck is this? Also, she went to go see the Lion King, 5th grade field trip type shit.
This is definitely has been speaking. Yeah, she went to Fifth Ave. She went to Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Can we talk
And
about the
her-
fact that she said the trip was to New York, but she wanted to see Washington, D.C., so she slipped away? How do you slip away on a 4-hour trip and just everybody's cool with
Because
that?
she's an adult.
How do you slip away for 4 hours and everybody's cool with that?
They weren't cool with that. That's why she turned off her phone.
Oh, okay, copy. I thought that was just her family back home that was trying to contact her.
No,
I was
no,
about
no.
to say, shit, you 22 years old, bro. You do what the fuck you want.
20.
22? Oh, she was 20?
89,
Oh, right, it
and
was
then
set
she
in
came
two-
out
you're
in
right, you're right.
2009. So
This came out in 2009, but it was set
In
like
2011,
you said,
10
in
years.
2011.
okay.
And the
gotcha.
only reason why I knew that math is because if you were a senior in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to senior in college. That was it. That was really it.
Also, when he talks about the one memory that he has, it sounds fake.
Oh, the one
It
we was
sounds
talking
very,
about.
it sounds
It
very
sounded like a
convenient because
movie.
he was holding. To me, it sounded convenient because he was holding a 500 yen.
Yeah.
Yen, right?
Yeah.
A 500 yen coin. I was like, that's kind of weird that his one memory he remembers also came off of 500.
I don't think that's
500 yen.
bad just because like usually like physical things can be triggers for memories. I just think like the way it sounded like I've heard it before. It sounded like another movie thing. And then after that, he's like, I don't remember shit about myself, but I just remember a lot about movies.
Well,
So that was really the vibe that I got.
The
And
movie
then-
thing is valid,
yeah.
but also sometimes when it comes with people that have amnesia, they can see something or like they'll have a memory that triggers them. Like for example, right? There was a point where he saw the that bar when they had entered like his movie theater that he had access to, and then reminded him of like, oh, this is where the picture came from with like
Yeah.
refugees and refugee camp. So I don't know if that's necessarily like false that he was making that memory up. I could see where you're coming from though. It's
Yeah.
just in your defense.
And then the end of fucking episode 2, which was wild, where it went full Inuyashiki.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was it did go full.
It went full Inuyashiki, but then I realized it was the shooter was in the car.
Yes.
Shooter was in the car in the back. But when it happened, I was like,
I was
what
like-
the fuck?
I was like, oh, so this is where y'all stole that from. I was
Yeah.
like, all right, this was a good concept.
Yeah, that was a little crazy. And then now, episode 3. I thought that the name of the episode was a little wild, and just calling it the Late Show, that like when you're watching it can lend to I really don't know what the fuck this is gonna be type shit.
Yep.
Also, I was like, damn, there's a moment it happened, and the cop like was like, all right, I'm gonna start pulling up. I'm like, she really about to get caught in some shit she not supposed to be in.
Nope.
Like it's gonna be a stereotypical rom-com like action movie where it's like you're dating a spy, and then it's like, oh, like I met him in a bar or something, and then now they think we're together, so now we're on the run together.
I literally felt that way from as soon as they got out, like when they were at the airport. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a case where she's gonna fall for him by helping him try to figure out who he is, and then she's gonna get caught up in some shit, and then yeah, Then, especially like when they talked about the family, like, all right, now the family's probably going to get involved at some point in the show. Like, damn it.
Yeah, like the framework is there for something that you've heard before, but it's like the small details and the executions where I think it varies. Because I don't know about you guys, but I really don't know what the fuck's going on here. Like,
I'm
not in the sense of
confused,
I'm
so, too.
lost, but I'm more so like I really don't know what's gonna happen next because they do hit you with these curveballs. Like, we're still trying to figure out at this point what his phone means, what all of this means. Why does he have this money? And it's like I'm like, is he part of a secret society, a secret organization? Is he the fucking feds? Like, what's going on here?
I think even like to what you're saying, I think episode 3, like later on in episode 3, gives you a better explanation.
Yeah, we
as
definitely
to-
we do get a definitive answer with that.
Yeah.
Well, not definitive, but like a more concrete one in general.
Yeah, at the very, very end of episode
Yeah.
3.
Also him living in a mall, like Harley Quinn, hilarious.
Yeah.
Motherfucker got 10 billion and was like, I'm gonna buy a mall. With his cute ass dog.
Literally.
And
I'm
then
glad you said dog at the end. I didn't know where you were going with that for a second.
well, there's no lolly characters here, so
Yeah, Justin.
Relax.
Wow, I can't believe y'all spun that on me.
and then I hear the mention when the cop talks about like or the thing where they're talking about what you're supposed to be doing for Japan with like the people who have it and give them that money where he's like you can't do shit with 10 billion yen for this country. And it's like I don't know for him I was like the vibe is he ain't doing shit for Japan. He here for a good time, not a long time.
Basically.
Like straight up. That's how I feel about Akira. And then it's like what else is he involved in?
Yeah, if I had to guess, this is what I'm thinking. Because the cop knows so much about him and he has a call sign number 9. So I'm assuming, all right, there's other ones just like Akira. There's other Supercell agents, right?
Yeah.
Which means he's part of an elite corps of the police force or military.
Yeah, especially
something
with that person being a cop. That's the vibe
yeah.
you're getting.
So like, and especially because at one point he says he'll just carry out all of number 9's duties and tasks. It's like, all right, so that means that they're plugged in. They know exactly what these, sleeper cell agents are supposed to be doing.
Right.
And that's how he was able to track him to what he was doing. So, yep, this is the vibe I'm getting. He was part of an elite corps of sleeper cells, and he wiped his own memory because he was just like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why.
That's my hypothesis.
That's your hypothesis. Honestly,
and my hypotenuse.
I feel like whoever the fuck, and because they kind of mentioned that the main person in charge of this so-called game is what the fuck, the support.
No, the support is the enforcer.
The enforcer.
Yeah.
So they said that's the person that is like,
If you run out of money, so if you finish like all the funds that they give you, the supporter comes and kills you.
which is like, all right, that sounds like about a suitable way to end the game. Fine. But yeah, I think that maybe this whole concept is that they have to find a way to work together. As corny and as crazy and as cliche as that sounds, but I don't know. I don't see how it works. How them getting all this bread works when they're trying to work against each other.
So I actually that's interesting. I haven't thought about it that way. I kind of don't think that's what it is, but like I'm not mad at the idea of it.
Yeah.
My thing is like from what I've gotten, like the whole thing is they're trying to save Japan. Right. So it's like, so my thing is if the goal is to save Japan, it's just a whole philosophical thing. And then the cop mentions it as a game. He's like, this is a game that we have to play in. If you're what is it, Solacio, however you want.
Yeah.
And I'm like, at the end of the episode when he's like talks a little bit more about it and he's like, go find the others and shit like that and see if they'll talk to you, especially now that he knows that the fucking phones are fingerprinted, so even if you steal someone else's, it doesn't matter. I know homie was sick, but my thing is, he said he used to be about justice too when he was dying. Like it was about justice when he started. So I'm like, is this the main thing, like the main motif here, going to be about like morals or like money causing people to go back on their morals type thing? You know what I mean? Like a holier than thou type, or even so, just being like, there's one person, and part of the reason why he might have wiped his memory was to be like, fuck, I'm getting too corrupted. Let me try and have a reset and see if I could just find who I was as a person before. That's my thing, and I'm like, he's expecting the supporter to come. It's his wife. What if that's what the supporters are? They find people who actually support you as a human being, and then they make them turn on you, so that the organization itself never has to get their hands dirty in killing you.
That's a lot.
That is heavy.
Because I mean,
That's super heavy.
for his wife to pull up and be like, "This was the final straw," and fucking shank him and walk away.
Yeah, that was kind of OD.
Like,
left
what
that,
if-
left that nigga in the dust?
What if that's what the supporters are?
And this is also assuming that the wife stabbed him, because also it happens off camera.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is like one of those things. That's what they want us to believe.
You're right.
But yeah, I don't know.
You're very defensive on everything that's being led on.
I don't
blame you.
No. It's just because I know how shit like this
Yeah.
works, and after watching Death Note, I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I really have to like
Put
expect
the
shit.
fucking apple here at the end of the shit.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? Like this shit and shit that I have to like expect but not expect.
I feel that, but I also feel like part of the reason why I feel like this has such good reviews is it might be one of those things where like we're sitting here expecting to, all right, we're led one way and we're expecting the opposite, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there's just a whole fucking tangent going on here, and it's really one of those like we don't know what the fuck's gonna go on. But like it's like
gonna be good.
it really does feel like a feel good, and then you get these incredibly dark undertones.
Yeah.
But like I'm excited for where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Like this is set up with so much potential, and I'm watching it and I was like, this is the polar opposite of Prison School,
Yep.
and I think it's hilarious
Exactly.
because they're opposite ends of the spectrum that are still really fucking good at what they do.
Justin, shut up.
Yeah, I was watching this, I was like, JT gonna hate.
That's
this
why I
shit.
said the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, there's like not even women in this joint. I said, wow.
Look, man. Look, we've
No,
done
the little
enough.
white squiggly over his dick had me weak.
We've done enough anime on this to know like that's been serious. So this is, but to go from this to that, we haven't had that much of a drop before though.
I mean, shit, I didn't know what we was getting into either. So
Yeah,
I'm
neither.
here for
Shit
the
ain't-
ride. I mean,
yeah,
shit,
bro.
even Lucy had titties in fucking Elfin Lied. He wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah, but ReZero was heavy as shit, and
Yeah.
you know we got through that. But then in the end, that was
They had comic relief in ReZero and shit. It wasn't, and no comic relief at Elfin Lied. I tell you what.
Yeah, that shit was just that
Or
was,
Berserk.
That was like 3-4 weeks of
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm
Berserk.
saying?
Berserk was no, but you had the comic relief wasn't in your face though with Berserk. Berserk was funny in its own
Well,
special way.
it's just because Guts was just like, yo, he's so much of an
I
asshole.
pick
like
things up
some
and
of
put
this-
them down.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
Guts, the nigga, who was the knight with the white hair? Ended up turning into like that weird demon thing at the end. Griffin.
There we go.
Griffin.
Griffin.
The way I wanted to say Cavendish, and that's a One Piece character, and I was sitting here, I was like, no, it's not.
Nah,
Cavendish. What the fuck
Griffin
is
was
his name?
funny in his own way too. And then
What's Griffin funny about?
I don't even know. It
I
just
think
something
there's-
about
I was
Griffin.
talking to someone today about how I don't think the anime is good.
Griffin had said something like when they were like got invited into the castle and they were like all kind of chilling.
Fucking
Griffin
bitches.
said something to somebody and I was like, oh, that's hilarious. But and then you had Casca, which I called from day one that she was about to, Guts was going to be in them Guts.
I'm just saying, there's no reason why somebody my skin complexion should have pink titties. But once again, it was
It
the
exists.
90s.
I've heard people
was the
talk about it
90s.
on Twitter, and they're like, I get made fun of. So
Until I see it, I don't want to hear it.
I'm surprised you haven't come across it.
Yeah, me too.
But I say, Mr.
That's why I
Worldwide
don't.
West.
That's why I don't think.
Ask every phlebotomist you come in contact with.
Speaking of my
Well, you're a
father,
medical
it's light
doctor,
skin.
so
Yeah. yeah.
Not you calling him a doctor.
well, you're the closest thing to a doctor we got. So
Listen, I'm just
Bro,
saying.
that was like, there's this clip from this movie. I don't know where it's from, but I saw it on TikTok where it's like a parking attendant. And he's sitting in the car and he's like walking up. He's like, yo, like in the car or whatever. He's like, yeah, I'll be with you in a second. He's like, are you watching porn? And he was like, nah, I'm pre-med. Like,
pre-med.
He said, "Nah, I'm just watching his birth real quick.
Ew.
Trying to get into gynecology. Have an MD, but not the MD you think. Yeah.
Yikes.
what's the M stand for?
I was like, not me trying to figure out what the M stand for too, what that acronym would be.
Just know
Go ahead, answer the question.
Not massive dong.
that. Massive dong is crazy.
Dong is crazy. Do people
thinking
of
of-
color use the word dong?
Or
Or is it like cack?
Cat is
Ring
crazy.
ding dong.
I was
Ring
thinking,
ding ding ding.
Power Rangers. They have those things that evolve.
The Megazord?
Mighty Morphin.
Yes, but
So you thought it was Mega Dick?
yeah. Well, I just said MD.
That sounds like a
Maryland.
That sounds like a condition. Oh man, I got
Yeah,
the
like
Mega
cracker dick.
Exactly.
Not-
I got the Mega Dick.
Not MD.
It's been swollen for the past 14 days.
Mega dick is crazy. Sounds
Like
like
Megamind.
sounds like Jesus Christ. It sounds like they
Mega
used
Meme?
Viagra and they didn't like
Yeah.
call the emergency
After
room
5 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, like this is just what I have now.
Oh
Like
man.
I thought having a big dick was nice, but
How did this conversation get here?
Because we
Because
started
we don't
talking
know
about
what Miles's MD means,
yes.
or maybe it's specifically Miles's D.
There we go. Now y'all thinking right.
I don't know. He also just tells people his name is Wes, so there's that.
Yeah, I switch it up on y'all.
Well, that's all I got.
Sounds like someone has an identity issue.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
That's my thing, secret.
Guys, if you're following along with us, watch another 3 episodes of Eden of the East. So that's 4, 5, and 6 for next week. And that is it for this week. This has been episode 110 of the Saratobi Sports Pod. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow us at Saratobi Sports on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. There's a lot of sports today, but I mean, that's what happens when a season ends. Fire and Boone. Follow me on Twitter at Offended Narwhal. Ravens every week. Guys.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, Black Lives Matter.
You just had nothing after I ain't gonna lie to y'all? Like, that was it?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Black Lives Matter. That shit is true.
It's fucking cocktease of a sentence. Yeah. JT?
Yeah, nematodes are people too. I'm here for Miko supremacy, and that's it.
Wasn't a trap this week, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Anime titties, anime titties. Big round things, won't you put them in my face with them anime titties, anime titties. Watching them swing really brighten up my day with them anime titties, anime titties. Don't know what to say, I just wanna see him shake with them anime titties, anime titties. They defying physics, you know that I love
You know
them
I'm
all.
getting those bleeds every day. She says she wanna put them double D's in my face. I said it ain't a problem.